Sorry. Got them big ass fingers. Let's get it going.
Did you want to start talking?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Bets with Vendettas. This is episode 10. And to my right, as always, the guy who ate Lucky Charms for dinner, Charles Michael Diggs.
You better believe it.
And the man, milk. And the man who thinks the South will rise again, Ben Cornish. And to the middle here, we got my Uncle Phil, who was the name for 50,000 years. He's the first founder.
50,000 years.
It seemed like it. It was only 20, but it seemed like it was a little longer than that.
He actually did 20 years.
20 years. Yeah.
Insane.
Retired.
So in military, that's like 40.
Basically.
It feels like 40.
I'm that lifer dog everybody talks about.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, guys, we're going to have a good show for today. We're going to talk about shit. What are we going to talk about today? I have a brain fart. Hold on one sec.
Capitalism versus socialism.
Oh, capitalism versus social, and we're going to talk about dating that we've done. Yeah.
Dating.
My notes in front of me.
This guy's in charge.
All right, Diggs, we're going to start off with you with semi-rapid fire.
Yeah. All right. Right out of the gate.
I've listened to your rapid fire. It's more like musket fire.
Yeah. Hold on. Stay there, dear.
We'll get back to you.
Yeah. All right. So first thing, we heard about this. These idiots on TikTok. If you weren't paying attention to like one of Trump's rallies, these idiots like trolled him by reserving all these seats and then not. Like, so it made it look like a lot more people were coming. Whatever. So they tried it again. These liberals, but they didn't know this time. Every time you reserved a seat, it was $5. So
right.
Well, they thought they were trolling Trump, but inadvertently they donated like 16 grand to his campaign.
Thanks for the donation.
It's that new math. Throwing them off.
We thank you.
Like a fucking Common Core, right?
Yeah. What, Ben? Why do you sound so low?
Yeah, you sound really low. You sound like you're 30 feet away from your microphone.
I thought it was me.
Better?
No, you still sound low. Oh.
Step closer to the microphone.
Yeah.
Check.
This is high speed right here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Still low.
Check.
You sounded fine. Like all.
Yeah, through the pre-show, you
what?
sounded fine.
I didn't change anything.
Oh, that's our end. I'm sorry.
That was me.
There you go. Fuck.
That was Diggs' fault. He's the editor in charge.
Sorry.
We're fucking up today left and right.
Wasted 20 seconds of your life. Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah. So any thoughts on that? I mean, there's really not much you can.
Not really much. You pretty much hit the nail on it. Thanks for the donation.
Yeah.
What about you, Phil? You have anything on that?
Yeah, I just think that good stuff like that comes around to bad people. That's what I think.
Right.
Goes around,
Goes
comes
around,
around.
comes
Exactly.
around.
All right, moving on to the next one.
All right. So here we go. Here's the bombshell. The big elephant in the room. Hunter Biden. His laptop gets
Discovered?
discovered at a Apple repair store in Delaware, and the contents on this laptop were damaging,
Pretty damaging
to his
And
father,
most
to
of them coming out.
himself,
Considerably.
and pretty soon that information's going to come out.
It's already started trickling out. They got that picture with him falling asleep with a crack pipe in his mouth.
Well, according to the liberals, it's Russian collusion. Somehow they forced Hunter Biden to drop his laptop off at the store and then tell the guy at the store to, hey, hold on to this for a year, and then turn it into the FBI and Rudy, what the hell's his name? Rudy Giuliani.
Yeah. And then I guess Russia also paid him the salary and paid him this, and I mean, come on.
I mean, that just makes sense. You know, Hunter's opinion and his expertise is so widely,
Coveted.
wanted.
Yeah.
So
it's
what a fucking joke.
Crack kills people.
Yeah,
Crack kills.
It's just sad that nobody's talking about it except Fox News. The New York Post put it out.
I think OAN is talking about it as well.
Oh, of course they are. Yeah. Because they're not.
They're like drooling out the.
They're nonpartisan, but CNN,
Give me more.
The earlier shows on Fox, MSNBC, NBC, none of them are talking about it.
No.
And look, the debate's coming Thursday.
If someone didn't come up with a cough.
The debate's coming. And
we'll see.
If you think Trump is going to go this whole debate without mentioning this, you're out of your mind.
It's going to be great.
First half hour.
Do you think he's going to get his mic cut off?
Probably.
The lights will suddenly go out. Oh, we're having technical difficulties, people.
Earthquake!
Yeah. But seriously, like, it's not a hoax. It's been confirmed. This is his laptop.
Yep.
This should be the number one thing in the news right now. And ever since then, Biden has spoken at 3 different events. Not one question has been brought up, and it just goes to show you the bias between Trump and Biden.
I did see a video yesterday. Someone asked him the question. He goes, "Oh, it's just a smear campaign." That's the only thing he touched on. It's the only thing he said about it.
Oh, so they did finally ask him.
Yeah. He asked him, but he finally answered it. He goes, "Well, it's just a smear campaign."
Just like
and
he
then
answered
moved on
about fucking packing the court.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Fucking dickbag Biden. Whatever. All right, moving on.
Next one.
Okay. A lemur. If you don't know what that is,
Madagascar.
The ugly cat.
yeah. If you've seen Madagascar,
It's a squirrel.
Yeah, I like to move it.
Fancy
move it.
squirrel.
Those guys. One was stolen from the San Francisco Zoo, and they're offering like a $2,000 reward for anybody who has information leading to its.
Just shave your cat and bring it down.
See, he took
I would think.
We're there.
I was gonna say that.
Are we related?
This is a lemur, right? Here you go. It's my $2,000.
Yeah, I mean, dude, they're cute in Madagascar. They're funny, but in real life,
And apparently have Indian accents. What are you doing, my good friend?
I would like some apple. But seriously, like,
Call the phone center.
unless that thing is in God knows where, someone's gonna notice this lemur. Like, it's hideous.
Right.
They're gonna be like, "What the fuck
What
is
is
that
that?
ugly raccoon thing you've got in your?" Like, so I don't know. But who does? How the fuck do they even smuggle them out? They shove them under a shirt. What do they do?
Well, I want to know how they got into the enclosure to get it in the first place.
Yeah.
Or was it like somebody who worked there who did it?
It had to be
possible.
an inside job.
Yeah.
Right.
They hide really well. Maybe it's still hiding in a tree.
from-
They just haven't found it yet.
Yeah, or that. It'd be like Great Outdoors. Like, I got a Clark bar. I didn't even lure him out. Oh man. So
Come back to me when you have a Reese's.
whatever.
motherfucker.
I want to see the foot. There's cameras everywhere in the zoos. They got to see who took
Yeah.
this thing.
Everywhere.
And I'm curious to find out how they did it.
Lemur's walking out with a hat on.
Because I'm curious to find out
see
because
me.
I want a fucking penguin.
We can't tell who that is because they're wearing a mask. Damn those masks. Damn those masks.
Messing
Got a
up
furry face. Fucking.
little trench coat.
All right. Liberals, you can go ahead and fast forward this part. Trump is nominated for his 4th.
Oh. And there goes some more skulls and hair
1,
flying
2,
everywhere.
3,
4
4.
times.
Nobel Peace Prize. 4th.
Always a bridesmaid. Never a bride.
Now, granted, he hasn't actually won one yet, but
Right.
still, just
Yeah, but who's been nominated 4 times?
I mean, that's
Yeah.
right. That's an honor.
I don't even think Dalai
I
Lama.
think it's embarrassing. Get nominated 4 times and still hasn't won.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean, usually you're nominated for a peace
But-
prize.
but
There's a reason for it, and you get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
You also have to look at who like who is the committee actually choosing these people
Good point.
and whose pocket are they in?
Yeah. I'm wondering if it's like music award. Like, you can get nominated like January, but until like the actual pick day in like August.
Right.
You know, I don't know how it works. Maybe I should look into that.
I think the third one was for next year. Don't correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I could just want to read it somewhere. I didn't really read the whole
Yeah, I
thing.
don't know. But I know he's going to win one. He's got to win.
He's got to.
All he's done is peace.
Dude, peace in the Middle East,
That's
man.
it, man.
Right.
Good job.
Every other president has either gone to war or exacerbated the war.
Yeah. Except the Orange Man.
Orange man bad.
Orange man bad.
Bring our troops home, Trump. We love you.
Next one.
Next one, Harry Reid, which was a former Senate Majority Leader in Congress, says that the federal government covered up UFOs for years.
Oh, Ben just got a boner.
I told you.
Nope.
I told you.
The truth is out there.
No, I need a thump. I need a thump. Just
I will say this. Now, when you hear something like that, like I did, you're kind of like, oh, UFOs, we've kind of known they're around. But if the shock hasn't set in yet that, like, holy fuck, there's UFOs out there, like, that That's other life.
Well, technically, UFO means unidentified flying object. Doesn't mean it's actually alien. So
that's true.
It could be like some sort of Russian.
Doesn't mean it's
space
extraterrestrial.
Russian collusion,
right?
Flying around.
Granted, but
it's that little boy in the balloon. That's what it is.
It's the bubble boy flying. Look at me.
The moot.
What is that?
Dude, I actually saw a guy fucking flying around on one of those flying go-karts the other day. It was one of the coolest things in the world, man.
A flying go-kart?
Flying go-kart.
Just out over one of the fields over by my house. It was really neat.
I know what he's talking about. With the gliders.
It's with the parachute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have like two wheels in the back and one in the front, and they have the big,
big
kite looking thing.
Yeah. Right.
Flying
I don't flying go-karts.
So cool.
The ones with the big ass fan in the back.
So, I was just thinking of like a 4-wheel go-kart with wings and something.
I actually thought he said goat cart.
Goat cart.
Like,
someone to go trying to like.
What are they doing up in New York?
Let's go, goat.
We'll fucking go on it.
Oh man,
sweet Jesus.
Only in New York.
So yeah, I don't know. I mean, but to say you unidentified not being alien is kind of like, who cares? It's gotta be alien, man. It's gotta be alien. They built the pyramids.
I'm a little skeptical.
They butt probed Ben that one time when he disappeared. Remember at that party and you disappeared, Ben?
He had that metal thing in his
Hey, man.
Yeah. Lube dripping down.
I woke up naked.
Yeah.
Okay. We got anything else?
This isn't really like something in the news. This is just something I wanted to bring up. This is the last topic, but repealing Section 230.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We all agree here that we've never seen censorship ever.
It's unreal
to this level.
Not like this. Not like this.
It is absolutely out of control.
And I'm sure if you were on Twitter, was it Thursday? They went down for 2 hours. Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're wiping all the Biden stuff.
And I saw, and I saw today that Facebook deleted like 2.5 million posts that they deemed harmful or something.
Disinformation.
Yeah.
You know, we can wish death upon a fucking sitting president, but God forbid somebody bring up truth, facts, or possibly even something that could help us. Yeah. Hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah. How is Hunter Biden smoking crack or meth harmful to anyone but the person doing the act?
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, it's just, to me, I cannot wait until, like, Congress is already talking about it because they're pissed. They're like, dude. And for people who don't know, Section 230 was created like 20 years ago when the internet like first started. Mm-hmm. And they were like, oh, so like in the future we might have these, platforms, and we want protection because it was in its infancy. The internet was.
They didn't know what it was capable of.
Yeah, and now that we know, and now that the senators know, they're like, fuck this. Like
you can't manipulate.
You're obviously interfering with an election. Totally illegal. Any conservative view is destroyed.
Totally destroyed.
Yeah, man.
Or anything that's going against Biden, destroyed, deleted, like it never happened. And I can't wait for them to repeal it. And Zuckerberg. I'll be the first one to tell you to suck my wiener backwards.
Guess we're going back to MySpace.
Something, man. Jesus Christ. How pathetic could you be? Anyway.
For real, man.
That's all I got.
Okay. Well, we're going to go to you, Phil. Just tell us, the folks, a little bit about what you've done in the Navy, how long you were there, and so just like a short little story.
I went in the Navy in 1976, right out of high school.
Jesus.
Wow. First thing I did was try to be an electronics technician. That didn't work real well. I wasn't real good at math. So they sent me to an aircraft carrier, which I got to pick one, and it was a Lexington. I didn't know it was stuck in Pensacola, Florida for the rest of my life. But I was blue shirt on the flight deck, and there was a guy in the photo lab that wanted to become a...
Yeah, what is blue shirt?
I was just going to say,
blue shirt is a guy that does the chalks and chains, walks around with the airplane. The yellow shirt is the guy that directs them. And the blue shirt does whatever he wants them to do, basically. He's the gopher.
So he's the bitch.
Go get it. Yeah,
blue shirt's the bitch. You guys beat my
jokes. I'm too slow today. What the hell?
Flight deck bitch for a couple months. And then the guy in the photo lab didn't want to sign the extension for 5 years. I went down to the photo lab and ended up doing on-the-job training. Ended up being head of the photo lab in like 2 years. So that's how I got into photography. Did aerial photography and intel photography and stuff for next
outstanding
23 years. Or
nice.
17 years.
Taking inappropriate photos.
Intel, 2 or 3 war zones, bunch of intelligence photography.
Now, when you went and you took aerial photography, were you actually on the aircraft? Okay.
Yeah, helicopters mostly, but we had a couple. They're called P3s. They're like sub hunters. But instead of doing sub hunting, we were doing.
You're gonna have to explain that because most people are watching not gonna know what you're talking about.
P3.
P3. No, we're not.
It's a 4-prop. Long-term duration, like 13 hours is the minimum flight time for these guys. They just sit up there forever and just fly around the target.
I'll put a picture.
Yeah, P3 Orion.
P3 Orion.
And our job was to just make sure we got pictures of any surface craft or aircraft that came up. I actually got a shot.
Naked women laying on the beach.
I actually got a shot of a Russian pilot, like wingtip to wingtip with us, and he's holding up a Coke can.
That's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
He likes Coke.
Have a Coke and a smile, Russia.
So went around the world like 2 or 3 times.
All right, so it's almost like cool. A C-130.
Smaller, more cigar shaped.
Right.
Less wide. Didn't haul cargo. It just held
people.
Sonar buoys which detect subs, and then they can drop mines from them and blow up the subs. So, cool. But it was an intel platform instead of a sub hunting platform.
Cool.
Gotcha.
So very cool. Anytime we would fly around, nobody knew we were there. Supposedly.
Awesome.
You don't see us.
I'm fucking cool with that
aircraft that didn't have any stealth capability.
So then you went in 76 and got out at
96.
96. Wow.
20 years, man.
Yep, making the big money now.
God bless you.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, not a problem. Yeah. I enjoyed most of it.
Most of it.
But it changed a lot from the time that I was in till the time Lee was in.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when I went in, they'd take you into the forecastle and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
And now
they weren't allowed to touch you.
And when Lee was in, it's like, oh, we're going to take you and coach you. We're going to make you a better sailor.
Wasn't that
I was like, dude.
Wasn't that girly?
I believe it. I believe it, Uncle Phil.
We have guys not showing up for watches. And, in my day, you get shot for that shit.
Okay, it was bad then.
Damn.
And when I got out, it was like, now, next time, you can't have that happen. You don't want to do that anymore.
Bunch of pussies now.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Great branch, Lee.
It's a lot of changes.
Stop it. Young man. That's right. That was one of the other songs. We're going to move on to our first subject here. It's going to be socialism versus capitalism. Ben, we're going to start off with you if you're ready.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. First of all, just to clarify, capitalism is an economic system where the means of the production are owned by private individuals. Okay. So, what we have now, somebody makes a product, they own that product. They can sell that product.
Right.
Okay. Whereas you have socialism, which is the means of production, such as money or other forms of capital that are owned by the state. Okay. So basically, the government has say in every aspect of your life, man. Yeah. We're talking how much food you can eat, how much money you can make, because like fucking 70% of it is going to wind up going back to the government to pay for, all the various, public services and whatnot. Excuse me. Yeah, man, I don't know. Free market competition encourages efficiency and innovation.
Right. And it has incentives too.
Right. Okay. So you do good. All right. And you show that you know what you're doing. You can move up. Whereas in socialism, okay, you're stuck, man. Right. I mean, you're doing what the government needs you to do. Yeah. So whether you want to do that job or not, guess what? That's what the government needs.
Well, right. That's what China does. It's like forced labor, and they get paid like next to nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's why we outsource all of our jobs to China.
India.
That's why Biden was doing it.
Yeah.
And
they
shot at Biden. Oh.
It's not that they pay next to. It's not that they pay next to nothing. It's that the taxes are so freaking high that you don't bring home very much.
Right.
Okay. not just that, but you look at China in like the 1990s, I think, something like that. They actually had government food coupons. Okay, so a family of 5 only got a certain amount of I guess a fucking welfare check is the best way you can put
rations,
it. Right, basically. But not just that, but again, you're only being able to sell what the government is allowing you to sell. So, you go into Walmart right now and you got 25 different fucking kinds of peanut butter. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, that'll be gone. You'll have like 2 types of peanut butter, either like shitty or shittier. Yep. and it's low quality.
Choices.
Yep.
Jif shitty or Peter Pan shittier.
Right, exactly.
There's not a whole. I mean, have you been to the DMV? Would you really want the government controlling anything else?
Dude. And then you brought up China. The government basically has told China that they can only have 1 child.
Yeah. Right.
Yes.
That's full-fledged communism. Right
and you know what? And naturally, they, get pissed when it's a female. No offense to females, but like without a male, they cannot carry on the family name. And so, that's why like I saw stories like where, the females are like killing them,
sending them overseas.
Well, it's not a child. Next one, son.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Keep that one.
And the exact opposite is down in Australia. They pay the families to have more children. To populate the country.
No shit.
Right.
One of my trips through Australia, we went through there. I was talking to a bus driver, and we was talking about that. He goes, "You guys just have as many kids as you want." They said, "Well, they have as many kids as they can afford." He goes, they pay us to have kids down here. I said, "You got to be kidding me."
That's crazy.
Oi, man! I'm gonna need you to start fucking some more. We need more Aussies over here.
Come on, Diggs, let's go to Australia.
Yeah. Put your penis in that woman and give me a child.
Right now. And then drink a Bob. Colt 45. Oh, wait, that's not Australia.
Man,
what's the Australian beer? Foster's. Australian.
Just pick a country already.
Australian for
What's Colt 45? I think it's American beer, I think.
Hell yeah. That fucking...
Yeah,
well, to get back to the... You get another rate... Socialism doesn't work in these countries, and this is the ones I found... Israel was kind of surprised. I didn't know they had socialism at one point. India, Cuba, Venezuela, Vietnam, North Korea, Nepal, which I didn't
Laos,
know. Portugal for a short time, and then China. And it was like Bangladesh was another one.
Believe it or not, one of the some of the only countries that it kind of works, but it only kind of works because it's a mashing of socialism and
free market.
And free market is actually the Norway.
I thought you were talking about Sweden because they were talking about that too.
Like Finland, Iceland, Greenland,
Nordic
Norway.
Okay, so they all okay.
I mean, they all kind of have. I guess you could call it a socialist,
but it's not true socialism because they're able to have free market.
Yeah, right. But basically, But basically, it boils down to how much do you want the government having say in your life?
0.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I was reading my notes. What did he say?
He said, how much government involvement do you want in your life? I said 0.
Yeah, I don't even like getting my government ID.
No. Or like,
I could put a picture of myself. Look, there's me. See, like here.
Like simple things like ID. Getting a marriage license.
Yeah.
Well, the fuck, they got to know I'm getting married for.
Yeah. Fuck you.
That's exactly, man. All the fucking taxes, the regulations, all of this shit is nonsense.
Yeah.
All right. The Federal Reserve, the IRS, fucking crooks. Okay.
Yeah.
None of it is actually necessary in a free market.
Yeah. Why do we need like 300 senators?
We don't.
You don't. They don't do anything except bicker.
Except stay in office forever.
Well, no, isn't that right? It's 2 senators per state.
Say again?
2 senators per state.
It's Congress.
I'm thinking of Congress. Yeah, you know what I meant.
Yeah.
Fact check my. I am off my game today, people. I'm just going to go in the corner and cry. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah. I'll uphold the Wiggins name for this show, okay?
I need a nap.
But with us not having term limits, these people are allowed to stay in government for 47 years.
And then the family takes over after them.
And
another shot at
Biden.
The
thing is every year their pay goes up.
Yeah.
And we pay for that.
Yep.
You know?
I love it when they go ahead and don't give the military a raise, but they go ahead and vote themselves a raise.
Yeah.
Right.
How fair is that, right?
When we were in, they were just now trying to close the gap between civilian and military. And it's still not
way big.
Yeah, it's still, there's still a gap.
I think I mean,
pretty sad when you got your military all on food stamps.
Yeah.
That's
damn near.
That's just
pretty much.
Right. You know? I mean, yeah, you brought up a good point before. I mean, you have socialism. You're letting the government control your money, everything you do, but you're losing your freedom. You know, they can control what you do and how you look at China. They have like a credit system where if you say something bad online or tweet something bad, they like lower your score, which means that you don't get it. Like they take money away from you.
Yeah.
You know, so that means you get no food, you're not paying your bills.
There's a
not to mention they could have the fucking government come to your house and kidnap you.
And they've done that. They did that. I think that's what people were saying. That's why they released the coronavirus. They were trying to get rid of all the protesters because they were having like an uprising on their government. Did you hear about that?
No, but that was a very interesting.
Yeah, I thought everyone knew about that. I thought that was like
that's a research item.
Yeah,
but it's like you know, in a socialist, communist, Marxist fucking economy, the government enforces the laws and regulations to make sure that there's a level playing field, okay? Level playing field. But what they don't tell you is that level playing field is fucking poverty.
Yeah, so you're all living in third houses.
Right, you know? Right. They make it out to be a utopia or something like that, but it doesn't work like that.
Right, and I'm going to get you to just look at pictures of Venezuela and Cuba of the long lines just to get food. They're like around the block.
I was just going to say that. There's a documentary on somebody brought up.
There's like three guys who go to Cuba and they
and they're like, how could it be? You know, there's beautiful cars, beautiful women, and then they see what the country really is. And the line to get gas was, I shit you not, 3 miles. People had ran out of gas in the line.
There was a guy like pushing his car because he ran out of gas.
Yeah, the line moves, the dude pushes his car forward. I'm like,
look up testimonies of immigrants that have come here leaving those countries.
Oh, for sure.
Okay. Why
North
do you
Korea?
think we have why do you think we have people coming here in droves? Okay. Yeah. Why do you think we have people risking their life to get here?
McDonald's.
Whether it's legal or illegal.
They brought the steak bagel back.
Like, I gotta get that Big Mac.
Steak bagel?
Oh my God.
That's Victoria's Secret.
The McRib is back. No.
McRib is back. We're going to America.
Oh, man.
But for real, you know, not just that though, but it's like when you have no efficiency or innovation, how are we supposed to move forward?
You don't.
You go stagnant.
My thing is, how do you think the people, like, let's take North Korea, for example. They say that dating is so low in North Korea because you have to serve a minimum number of years in the North Korean army.
Okay.
So by the time you're out, like, you're fucking 35, you know, they're like dating is almost non-existent. I mean, I should
all the hot women are taken.
Yeah. Basically. But I saw somewhere that
it
was illegal in North Korea for a woman to ride a bicycle.
Yeah.
Up until, like, I want to say 60s, 70s, maybe 80s. I don't know, because it was too sexual.
What sense does that make?
I don't know. But my question is, like, do you think the people that live in that society are aware that they live in that society?
Probably not. They probably suppress all that stuff.
Yeah, because they don't see anything from the outside world, so they don't know anything.
They don't know yet.
This seems like utopia to them because they don't know.
Everybody's taking my thoughts today.
But I bet you nowadays they are more aware of it than they were, say, even 10 years ago.
Social media,
right? Social media,
right?
Yeah, all the black market stuff they're getting in.
I mean, they can suppress that too. I mean, because I don't know if anyone's aware of this, but the Google, as much information is out there, they suppress a lot of stuff that you don't really know you're just suppressing because if you when I say this because when I get certain info from overseas, I have to go into like a Russian Google, which is Yandex.
Yeah,
right.
To find information that's not on Google or DuckDuckGo or something like that.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Yeah. And you
suppress a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
But my thing is, if we were to compare and contrast, let's say the Amish with people of North Korea, yeah, Kate's there, like the Amish, I zip by them in my Pathfinder going 100. So it's not like they're not aware that cars exist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What is this black metal flash going by?
UFO.
Yeah. The horse is like, this is bullshit. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. And then
go get yourself a truck.
Past
I gotta haul these motherfuckers.
And my Pathfinder's like, so, but the thing about the Amish is, and this isn't,
you're killing.
This is just for example purposes. But
as you throw a cigarette out the car.
Take that, you noon. But the Amish are exposed to what we do every day, and they have like a 99% return rate when they come back from Rumspringa. Well,
actually, some of their, I don't call them tribes. I'm going to say it wrong. Their religion, some of them
Ordnungs.
They call them.
Yeah.
They're open. That some actually, when I used to drive Lyft and Uber, I picked them up and drove them around. So some can carry phones, can drive, but women are still not allowed.
A lot of them will ride, but they won't drive.
I wasn't done.
Yeah, he wasn't done, dickhead.
Jesus Christ, man. Heel down, boy.
It was lagging.
Where's the mute button?
You can't see.
I know.
This is from Lee.
This is for me, buddy.
I'm going to keep that right
here. But
let me lose my train of thought, man. Thanks a lot. Appreciate
but my point is, like, you know, you got the Amish who see us in air conditioning when they ride in the car. I got AC blast. I mean, if I don't drive Amish, but I did. They'd be like, "What the hell is that cold shit? What the hell is that cold shit? Why does it feel nice in here?"
What is that sound coming from
in
the
North Korea? Like, do you think that they know of like this utopia that's out there?
I think they got to be somewhat aware of it. They have to.
Which is why did you see that video that soldier escaped? From
from
North Korea to South Korea. Oh my God, they shot him like 3 times. He stole a vehicle, a Jeep, and then like he hid. They shot him and he hid in like these leaves, and they passed him, and then somebody from South Korea saw him and they ran and they gave him medical attention and he escaped. But
maybe his wife told him to pick up his socks one too many times.
No, but
fuck this bitch. I'm out.
They'll get stuff in that's been smuggled in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they'll get
but
then they want it, and then that's where the controversy comes in over there.
Yeah.
They got people that want out and they can't get out, so that's why you're having.
Oh, that's a huge problem. When I was stationed in Cuba, we actually had a post that was just looking at what we called swimmers, was people trying to escape Cuba. Just to they would come try to get on our base, and we would give them. Sometimes we give them sanctuary. They would actually separate them on a different side of the island, and they would be there for months, sometimes a year, just before they figured out what they wanted to do with them.
But I bet you even staying on the other side of the island was better than what they were going to.
What we put them through, what they were going through, is like they were probably like in heaven over,
right?
I mean, it's sad. It's kind of like going and trying to adopt a dog. You want to adopt 7.
Right.
So
I want them all.
When one comes to the border, it's like it's terrible. They make us watch. The nanny is all that's on TV 24/7.
All this has to do with socialism / communism. Trust me, it's the same thing. It's just a different wording.
And
it really is.
Get the fuck out of here! And then it's like, oh, come on in. And then, we can't.
And at all my searches, I typed in, was there any successful socialism or communism? And the only thing that was close was Sweden, but they said it wasn't full-fledged socialism. It was a mixture of both. Like Ben said, it was a mash.
Here's a good thing I just thought of. Do you think there are no uprisings to overthrow communism and, like, let's say Cuba, because these people don't have access to weapons? Like, how are they going to overthrow anything if they don't have weapons? They don't have a way of...
Well, not to mention they don't have the finances to do it.
No.
Yeah.
What's so crazy? That's why, China's got almost 2 billion people in their country. I mean, they don't even need weapons. They can just overthrow their government. Just
throw hot numbers. Fucking General So's chicken at them.
like they did in Vietnam. It's like they did in Vietnam. They just overran us with people. You know, they didn't have the technology, so they just kept throwing people at it. We're running out of bullets and stuff. You know, so you can't fight a guy.
You've got to think like we as a country have definitely interfered with
every
countries that have wanted to overthrow their own government.
Yeah.
When it comes to things like this, like, look, we're going to fly in some weapons. Okay.
That's why it's important to keep our Second Amendment rights.
Definitely.
Countries like
Absolutely.
anything like that. No.
So if I hear another Democrat or liberal complain about the Second Amendment after all this shit that's going on this year, I'm going to tell them to go fuck themselves big time.
Yeah.
Do you know why they want to get rid of them? Sorry, Lee.
No, go. I was done.
Yeah.
The reason why is because our Second Amendment doesn't just allow us to the right to bear arms. It gives us the right to bear arms and have a well-run or well-regulated militia to come up against a tyrannical government.
And let's be clear, not actual bear arms like a grizzly arm, actually a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bear arm. I got that joke from Family Guy. Right to bear arms is like a... It's like bear arms hanging on the wall. I think I kind of missed a point here.
Yeah.
But I think that's why they are so adamant to get rid of them, is because they know
they want.
They know.
Control us.
You know what? Biden and Harris have already talked about massive buybacks. Which, for you people watching, it's just a legal way.
It's voluntary. They say it's voluntary.
It's a legal way of them for confiscating your weapons. It's bullshit. But I'm telling you what, if you give them a fucking inch, they're going to take the whole goddamn 7,000 miles.
Just getting thinking that too.
Out of my cold dead hands.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you
can have it,
if you are having thoughts about like why should we own guns, go to Cuba, go visit there. Don't go to some resort. Go visit Cuba.
Right.
And realize what they can do to you when you cannot defend yourself.
Go outside the tourist area.
Yeah. And then let me know if you're going to come back and buy
or go to Detroit. It's pretty close. Except
they're all packing.
You own it. You better.
Going 8 miles.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Sorry, Detroit.
Communism, thank God we're born in a free country.
Dude. And that's the thing. All these people screaming, oh, socialism, communism, blah, blah, blah. You don't fucking know. The only reason why you have the right to have that opinion is because you live in a fucking republic.
Bingo.
And most of these people have probably never been out of the country, let alone, going to any communist country. No. How the hell are they going to know?
And all these people that actually do get out of the country, where do they go? They go
probably
to the
Bahamas or something, yeah.
They go to the tourist spot. You don't want to go there. You want to go to Bulgaria. You want to go to Bolivia.
Yeah, go to the countries fucking Afghanistan, Iraq for a few years.
So you can see what people actually live like.
Yeah.
Get out of the fishing villages, get inland, and see what the countries actually like.
Get past the pretty shit that they want you to see.
Exactly.
See the ugly shit.
Go to Jamaica, but go in the stab in Jamaica. Yeah. Have fun with that
The
one.
reason...
Hey, man, you lost your tour guide?
Hey, man, you fuck. Give me that wallet now, eh?
You belong to me now, man.
I just love saying that.
Bomba-clad Wi-Fi.
The reason why they keep saying this shit is because, in theory, yes, it sounds like a utopia. Everybody's equal. Everybody has the same. Blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? Again, it doesn't work like that.
Blow it out your ass, Bernie.
You have to have complete and total subjugation across the fucking board.
That's a big word for you, Ben.
He's been practicing all day on that one.
Subjugation.
Right?
You mentioned Bernie Sanders, and I didn't know he was this,
fucking way radical.
Way left.
Yeah.
He's on video saying, "Oh, if people are lining up for bread, that's a good thing." I'm like, yeah, for homeless people, maybe.
Yeah.
Not everybody. Like, you out of your mind?
But
Jesus,
what I don't get is
all crazy. He's coming out of his hair. That's why his hair's like that.
and it's to them, to the government, like they don't care because they'll be how do black people say miss me with that bullshit when it comes to all this dumb shit. The government is gonna be like, you miss me with that shit, y'all can suffer, but we out here living nice, you know. And so it doesn't apply to them, so of course they're gonna push it. They just want more control of us, and I'm not gonna give it to them.
You guys got anything else on this, and we move on to our next topic?
No, I got nothing else.
The key,
fuck communism.
Smaller government is better.
Yeah, which, dude, I'm glad you brought that up, Ben, because I just watched this. It wasn't a debate. It was the black chick. God damn, I cannot remember her name.
Candace Owens.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Candace
She's
Owens.
amazing.
The other guy.
I got one today, guys.
It was Candace Owens.
Redeemed myself.
The guy she's normally with. They were at some town
Charlie
hall.
Kirk.
Yeah, they were at some meeting, and
two?
this dude was like bringing up socialism and communism and stuff, and the dude he destroyed him. He destroyed
the guy knows
him.
his shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
both
him
of them.
and
Actually.
Candace.
Yeah, Candace.
Yeah.
Dude, I would hate to be married to her, man. You'll never win an argument. Never.
No.
Smart chick right there.
Yeah.
She's probably got a big butt because she's black. I don't know.
Appreciate you.
Candace, I'm gonna look you up.
I
Up
think
and
she's
down.
gorgeous.
Candace Owens butt. On Google.
That's my
If she runs
that's
for- if she
that's
runs
my
for
background
president-
on my computer.
Just back butt.
If she runs for president, I'm voting for her.
Hell yeah, I'd vote for Candace
Just for her
Owens. Just for her butt. Yeah.
You can always write her in.
No, see, the thing about Candace Owens is she's dangerous mentally. And
Right.
these fucking Uncle Toms and other black people who will vote Democrat for the next 400 years are threatened by her because she spits facts. You
Cold hard.
You can't be a black conservative.
You probably should be.
Yeah, you definitely
Actually,
should
knew your
be.
history, people.
If you knew your
I
history,
posted
you would
that
be.
meme that was like, what the Democrats are going to do with black voters after the election. It was
Yeah,
like
kick him out of the truck.
Yeah,
somebody getting kicked out of a moving vehicle. That's you guys. Like
it happens every election.
and then
Don't be those guys.
yeah, and then my my old first sergeant Rivera was like, bro, don't forget us Latinos either. They're gonna kick us out the other door. And I was like, bro, it's so true. Like these people know this.
You're
stuff.
next,
You know?
Pedro.
They're coming for us too.
Hey, I love you, first sergeant.
Anybody else?
Yeah, that's it. I'm good.
All right. Let's go on to our next subject. We're going to talk about dating or our dating experiences, and maybe
Or
we
lack
can give
thereof.
you or lack thereof for certain people over here, and maybe give you guys some tips. If you have any tips at the end of this, give us a comment on our Facebook page or on our YouTube channel. Ben, I guess let's start off with you since you're the first person ever. Always go.
Yeah.
That was great. So when you did it, I don't know if that's great advice, but
Pretty sure throwing up on your date is not a good thing.
that's a
to do.
no-no. That's rule number one.
Look, all right, I've been single for I think like 4 or 5 years now, something like that.
That was perfect.
That's
timing.
about
Finally
right.
got it.
Can I interject? 63 years.
63 years saying.
He's a virgin. Oh wait, I'm just kidding.
63-year-old virgin.
Wow. That's
But it's like, no,
Dodging that bullet.
I hear you.
Either he's the unluckiest man or the luckiest man alive. You decide.
And I've tried the whole online dating thing, but it's like, it seems like all these fucking women, all they want is either somebody to take care of them,
Or walk on the beach.
not even, man. I mean, dude, I've had conversations with women and like within the second day, they're already talking about kids and shit. When like on my profile, it says, I don't want any more kids.
Abort.
You know?
We don't mean the children.
Not
Don't-
literally. Not literally.
I'm not just that.
You're
Well,
not
all right,
poor choice of words there.
I didn't even think of that.
So that means getting rid of the woman, not the children.
Yeah,
the woman, not
I
the
didn't even
children.
think about that when I said it.
Ooh, talk
check
talk
this,
about
right?
picking your words
It's the
badly.
military mindset. Abort the mission. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Child, sorry.
Ooh, backpedal. Backpedal.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I was talking to this one chick, right? And I was like, yeah, so tell me about yourself. She's like, oh, I'm a single mom, single stay-at-home mom, And I was like, oh,
Run
well,
away.
run
Run away now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, do you what do you do for a living? Because you're
Right.
single. What do you do to fucking live?
Right.
Her response was, I'm a single stay-at-home mom.
She repeated it.
Are you
Yes.
the lady of the night? What? Like, what do you do, lady? What the fuck?
Dude, well, no, right then and there, I
Like
knew
that's a
for
job
fact
description.
Delete.
Welfare.
she is looking for somebody to take care of her.
Yeah.
So
I said, thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah. Bomp.
Swipe left.
Yeah.
Swipe.
How do you know about that?
I can read.
Oh man.
Is that a Tinder thing?
Well, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Not just that, but with Tinder and fucking all these other things, nobody's dating anymore, dude. They just go out and fuck.
Yeah, I think
What's wrong with that?
STDs.
It's a free economy.
yeah, I think
It's America, Jack. It's America.
the downside to I guess dating. There's so many other things. People are getting catfished now. It's like you can't even trust the dating scene online. You're getting trolled by somebody.
If you guys are going to online date, my advice, because I actually met my wife online, but to get to her, I had to go through a lot of women.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of them.
Yeah, and
oh, so dreary that was.
Right.
Well, I could tell you tons, so we don't have time for that. But anyway.
Oh no, do tell a bit. I mean,
we don't have so it's only an hour. Well, to give advice, if you're looking at photos, don't ask for full body photos. Just don't look. It's not even joking. I've gotten catfish. You just mentioned catfish. Made me think of that.
Hell yeah.
If photos from here up, just disregard. They're fat.
And get them time stamped.
Time stamped.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That is a great point.
You know what I used to do? And chicks thought I was crazy. I would be like, send me a picture of you
at the
beach. Doing like
squats.
I would make up shit like doing like the Vulcan salute or something like that. That way I know that picture was just taken. Or send me a picture of you shooting the deuce or something. Full body picture. That way there is no.
You can't say duck face because they probably got a million.
Oh my god! Yeah, duck face.
Dude,
let me go to my.
I will not.
The thing that's very incongruous is you're on a senior dating site, right? Mm-hmm. Which is 50, 55 and up, something like that. And you're looking at this girl. She looks like she's 13 years old.
Oh my god!
Like, how is that a recent photo?
Right?
It's like her high school graduation. 1955. Like her high school graduation photo or something. I'm like. Yeah, but what do you look like now? That's what I'm interested in.
Ben, if you're looking for someone with experience, maybe you should try out that site, huh?
I will say,
I won't even message a fucking girl who does the kissy thing. Nope, won't do it.
I'm going to finish my thought with that. They won't want kids. They'll be like in their 50s, so.
Hey, true story.
And
they have experience. They might teach me a thing.
Factory's closed.
I do need car parts.
They can take out the teeth and never mind. That's
So are you retired?
Let's keep it PG. I just click like Social Security.
Retired or just tired?
Right. I will say this. I've had brief moments where I'm dating, and since it's been established. The best place that I've seen success is the Facebook. Believe it or not, the Facebook dating app on Facebook.
I haven't tried that one
because they're real people. It's not like what do you got like Plenty of Fish?
Yeah.
Match. You just have to pay a shit ton.
I think
for.
I don't know about eHarmony still around.
eHarmony. Those you got to pay like a shit ton. But like Facebook is. They're real people.
Farmers.com or something.
Farmersonly.com. Dude, we're not talking about.
That's where all the sheep get their dates.
Do you like corn and cows? I'm your girl.
Why Sally sat out in the pasture today? That commercial is hilarious.
Dude, I'll be honest. I would rather date a fucking farmer's daughter than a fucking lawyer's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lawyer's daughter might be wild.
Wow.
Yeah, a little suppressed there.
When you were talking,
I'm breaking the law on your ass tonight.
When you're talking about Facebook, you're talking about just straight Facebook. Not
they actually have a Facebook dating.
Because I'm finding that I'm meeting people through Facebook in general that like have the same interest I have, and that's a huge place to start.
Yeah.
Well, I was just going to say I didn't know about the app, but my suggestion would be like there's tons of groups you can go on, like. I don't know if you like to fly kites, and there's probably a flying kites group you can go. For sure.
Skydivers are us.
Yeah. I like to lick butts group. I don't know.
Yeah. I do. I like to look.
He's the member. He's the president.
Already going in, you have at least one thing in common, and you can build on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Diggs is a huge fan of tongue punching the dirt star.
You're damn right. I'll fucking Muhammad Ali that dirt star. Anyway,
you're killing me.
Oh, stop!
But I would say if you haven't found out about Facebook, the dating, if like you go on your phone and you hit the three little bars,
you have to pay.
No, you don't have to pay at all. And the only way that you can talk to someone is if they
open your mouth,
like you
swipe right.
Sorry. No, there's no swiping. It's just
no swiping.
It's just like yes or no, and then as soon
as yes or no, you're interested in the person. Right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. You read their little profile, you look at their pictures, and it's like yes or no, and then if immediately it'll notify them like this person said yes to you, and then if they say yes. And once you get that connection, like yes,
then you can talk.
Then you can talk to them.
That's pretty similar to eHarmony, where
I know, but no money. It's awesome.
If you're interested in eHarmony, don't do it. It's very complicated. You have to answer all these questions, and they got a message of questions, and like 2 months later, you can finally talk. Like what the fuck? It's stupid. It's a waste of money.
How's a computer going to pick out who I get along with and who I don't get along with?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just because you like tea and I like coffee, and
I don't care how many algorithms you throw in there.
Yeah.
I will say, I actually did find a really, really cool chick on eHarmony.
What was his name?
Welcome to the
new guy.
Uncle Phil's on the board.
I got to wait.
She was a good woman. She really was. But I screwed it up with my lack of trust.
So. You bastard.
I don't blame you. Go back. Really don't. Go back. Give her another shot.
You know what? I'm glad Ben.
She moved to Arizona.
But
that's a tough relationship right there.
Once you have Ben, you scream and run. No.
Or you just scream.
I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with Ben fast enough.
No, me neither. I couldn't think of anything. I'm like, shit, your name doesn't rhyme with it. You suck.
If you've been with Ben, you look like Ren from Ren and Stimpy. I don't know. Fuck. But anyway, no, I feel you, Ben, because I would say when I was getting out of the military, my last relationship, dude, I had like serious trust issues. It was bad. I was actually deployed, and I ended up talking to a Canadian nurse who was for mental health, and I talked to her, and I was just like, dude, like I
love you, man.
I got some serious trust issues, and I talked to her like 3 different times for an hour, and like ever since then, my whole mentality has changed, and I was able to.
I trust me even less now.
Yeah. No, basically, long story short, basically what she told me is, you should know your worth, your self-worth, and you should have the mentality that any woman should be lucky to have you, not the other way around.
Yep, that's a great attitude.
So
self-esteem.
Yeah, because that's exactly what I lacked, self-esteem. I was just like, I don't know if I'm the most handsome or whatever guy, and she was just like, it doesn't matter. Like any woman should be lucky to be with you, and changed my life.
To piggyback off that, if you go date someone, be yourself. When women and guys, be yourself. You shouldn't have to change. And I noticed that all the dating I've done is I've done it myself. You try to change your personality so you, this is what I'm going to be for them to like me. Don't do that. That's stupid.
You guys have both touched on the 2 long-term relationships I had and why they ended. Huh. The one girl I was going to date in Pensacola, Florida. I was on an aircraft carrier down there.
That's the first mistake right there.
Wild met her at Baskin Robbins.
Nice.
So we started living together and stuff in her uncle's over his garage kind of thing.
Nice.
Ship went to Philadelphia for a yard period, and while I was up there, I bought a ring. When I got back, I was going to ask her to marry me. I get back, and I find out she's not at the pier waiting for me and stuff like that, so I call her uncle. He goes, I got some bad news for you. I'm like, oh, crap, she was in an accident because she was a horrible driver. Yeah. She'd gone to Texas to marry a pilot.
Oh!
Talk about trust issues. I didn't even look at women for like 5 years.
See, my ex.
You don't do this anymore, do you?
So if you're ever looking for a wedding ring, the Gulf of Mexico has at least one that I know.
Jesus Christ!
Right?
Me, I would have dove back in and like, no, it's money.
$400 I'll never get back.
And it was the same thing.
Gulf of Mexico. Yeah. On my last cruise on that ship, or my next cruise on that ship.
I'll just put that back.
See, and it was the same thing for me. I was in Iraq. My ex-wife fucking sent me the divorce paperwork. My divorce paperwork is literally fucking notarized Fob Warhorse Iraq. Okay.
Oh my God.
Second, my other one.
Can't even go there, huh?
Yeah. Wow. That must. What's up? Really bad.
I just
because I don't like bad talking people. Let's just say she was unfaithful. We'll leave it.
Well, you don't have to say her name.
Well, you don't have to, but I'm saying she's a whore. How about that?
Fucking bitch. I said it too.
Well, no, because now if she listens to this, I'm gonna get a fucking earful.
All right, you're not a whore.
But no, all right. After that.
So Jane said,
no, for real. I mean, my not self-esteem, but confidence and trust. Really, ooh. I mean, that's what it boils down to. I don't trust a fucking single woman I come across now.
And that's what women love. Women love confidence. If you're a guy and you're single,
for sure,
they love confidence. You could be the ugliest motherfucker alive. You got confidence, they're like, ooh, he's confident.
That's
even
true.
though he looks like ass.
I'm the shit.
You got big arms.
I'm awesome, dude. Are you kidding me? That's not the point.
They just look at your stash and go, ooh, do you curl them yourself?
Let me twist it.
Can you put that on my face?
Man, it all boils down to trust.
I was just thinking of The Ways to Die in the West, 100 Ways to Die in the West.
1,000 Ways to Die in the West.
When she sucks on his fucking mustache. She's like, That's Ben. Anyway.
Just do it.
Yeah. yeah. But,
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah,
that was a great movie. It was funny. Great was funny.
But yeah, I would say definitely be yourself, like Lee said. I've always had the personality, but I lack the self-esteem. So now that I have both,
you'd be dangerous now.
Yeah, but I'm not really on the market anyway. So I mean, everybody knows,
Well, but the problem with not being yourself is that you have to continue that facade.
Yeah, you got to maintain the lie.
Right. Well, that's the thing is, no one does that. Like you're just like, all right, I'm going to be myself, and then either her or you're like,
you changed.
Yeah, you're not the same guy I met, or you're what happened to you, bitch? Like
you're not the woman I married anymore.
Right,
yeah. I think
guilty of it.
My initial way of being myself, I'm just a goofy fucking idiot. I won't change. I haven't changed. I haven't changed since I've never been. I'm an idiot. Nope. Like, and
you don't want a woman that wants to change you,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
But we end up getting hooked up with them.
I had a girlfriend for like 2-3 years, and the only thing she didn't like about me, apparently, she didn't make it abundantly clear, but she kept trying to change like the way I dressed. Always trying to make me look nicer. I'm like, I'm not a fucking parrot. No. Like,
right.
If your partner cannot accept you for who you are, if they want to change you into what they want, you don't need them.
I was dating a girl, and she wanted me to be more like her dad, who was whipped by his mother. I mean,
Jesus Christ.
Pussy whipped big time.
Now,
and I'm like,
so who's your daddy?
I'm not playing that game.
I was going to say, this is interesting that we have someone who grew up in a way different era. Like, back in those times, it was more like courting or courtship or.
I'm not that far back. I'm not in the Stone Age.
Ooh, she's showing her ankle.
No, but what you know what I'm saying.
One piece bathing suit down to her ankles.
You slut.
He joined in 76.
60s and 70s, I was like, we had bathing suits and speed cars that had, no roofs and stuff like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
We weren't pulling Flintstone shit.
Marijuana.
At what age did you join the Navy?
I was 18.
Okay, so
right out of high school, right?
Right out of high school.
Yeah, so I'm saying like 60 or 74-ish. You were, high school and I mean, how was, dating, it's like, I go with Tommy. Like, I don't know what they say.
Well, the thing too, like, at least today, I mean, even though you can get catfish, it's easier to meet someone. Back then, you'd have to go somewhere, go to find a party or friend with a friend or something like that. Yeah, I mean,
the big thing when we were growing, or through high school, was somebody's basement. You would go over to someone's basement, you'd listen to long playing albums,
right?
Not cassette tapes, not 8-tracks, long playing albums.
Hell yeah!
It'd skip on you and stuff. But the lights go down. You kind of snuggle on the couch. Just a little bit of touchy feely.
Yeah,
and that's how you get started.
And she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's pregnant. It's like, oops,
damn.
I don't know.
We just held hands. I don't know what happened.
Lifesavers in your pocket.
10 years later, I got fucking $1,200 of child support.
Yeah.
Damn, man, keeping your pants for once.
But yeah, like even after I got in the Navy, the big date was take somebody out to like a dinner. Movie restaurant or a dinner play restaurant where they have a play and you have dinner and you finish the rest of the play and have dessert. I mean, you get to learn so much during that time that you're watching the play about what they like, what they don't like.
Yeah.
And then you have dinner where there's a lot of discussion going on.
Yeah.
You don't have anything like that anymore.
No.
Yeah, you don't want to go to a play that's like has like demons and stuff and like this bitch is in some crazy shit.
I'm out. Like Romeo and Juliet or Twelfth Night.
Right. And I'll say this: women, when you go on a date, fucking eat. God damn it.
Yeah, really.
I'll have a salad and some water. No, bitch, you hungry.
Could you get the skin off the salmon and just put that on the salad?
Get a burger.
Like, eat, man. We're not.
You like picking the croutons off the. It's too much carbs.
Hey.
What?
You
Eat,
know,
woman.
I go out to eat and like I look up and you're done wolf down your burger, and Fran's gonna be like, respect, bro.
That's my kind of girl.
Hey, I gotta stop. I gotta change my battery. Sorry.
Oh, dude. God, Ben.
We gotta take a time out.
This is our first edit.
Yeah.
We gotta take a time out. We'll be back after these messages.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I made my first million.
And we're back. We had to pause because Ben fucking ran out of battery.
I thought he was going to shit himself. I thought because he's talking about his stomach going bad.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought he was
like. You got to take a shit. Go ahead, bro.
Guys, I got to go drink some liquid cork, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, we were talking.
Last thing we were talking about, it's easier to meet women today and is back then. I mean, that's why I'm not trying to brag, but when I first got in the military, I was trying Match and the other POF and all that. I mean, I was going on dates probably like 4 or 5 days during the week.
Yeah,
that's least.
Crazy. What a slut.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you know how they always talk about date night? There was actually Friday and Saturday were date nights.
Yeah.
And that's all we had.
Yeah.
During the rest of the week, you were, working on schoolwork or your job or whatever. You didn't have time for
another
Friday night, Saturday night, date night.
It's on dinner. Don't buy dinner. Go somewhere, get coffee, get drinks. And sip that shit slow as you can to get to know that person, because you gotta be able to leave really quickly.
Yeah,
or just in case.
Right.
Yeah. Don't order the souffle.
Yeah. I learned my lesson pretty quick. Don't buy dinner.
Or text me and I'll create a crisis.
You start ordering food.
My friend stepped on a banana and went in a place he doesn't want to talk about. So
you start ordering food, and all of a sudden she starts talking crazy shit. You can't just get up and walk out. Whereas
you know how when you have to tuck it between your legs.
Run away.
Actually, guys, I want to hear, whoever's listening to this, I want to hear your guys' stories. Just you can tell us a couple stories, please. Comment. We want to hear it. We love funny dating stories. Yeah. I mean, I could sit another 2 hours and tell you about the stories I've had. I don't know about you, these guys, but
the more awkward, the better.
Yes.
I remember, just real quick, right when I got out of the Army, I went home to Virginia, and I met this girl who was smoking hot. She was a Latina. She was small. I met her at she was small. I met her at the mall. That rhymes.
Let's go.
And we sat in the mall and talked for like 2 hours on a bench. We were just watching people. I was making fun of people that walked by. I'm being myself, And at the end, she was like, "Hey, well, she had a kid who's like, I don't know, 3 or 4, and she was like, "Hey, well, like, my babysitter's still watching the kid or whatever. If you want to like come back to my place." I panicked. It was set up like come back.
He's like
yeah. You can come back. You can hunt my brains out. And I was just like
this never happened.
Hemorrhoids. Just runs out.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Paradise Lost.
I think about it all the time. I
got a flare up.
I guess you could say I missed out, but like
she put it really bad. Who knows?
Man.
Maybe
the one that got away.
Girl.
Maybe she had hepatitis C or something. Maybe you dodged a bullet. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But
seems a little too easy to me.
Maybe I'm just hyping it up. Maybe I'm just being mean. Like, oh, we were gonna have sex. Maybe we weren't. Maybe she was just like, hey,
come back and we can talk.
Maybe, yeah.
She's not gonna invite you over just for cookies and milk.
Maybe you never know. We could have cuddled a little bit, but.
She's gonna get back to you and be like, "No, dude, I needed you to fucking help me unclog my drain."
Cuddle, you're gonna cuddle each other's genitals, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but dude, can
you unplug my drain?
My story, my uncle that I hadn't seen in like 15 years had just gotten in town. My mom had just texted me, and I was like, "Oh, my uncle just got in town. I gotta go," but. Fuck my uncle. I didn't even really like him like that. I should have went, but I didn't go. And
we're gonna have to revisit this topic because I got so much more to talk about, and we're running out of time. So
that's like a whole 1 hour program.
I mean, we can do a whole hour on this. Yeah. Just for my stories alone. I mean, I don't know, Dickie, I'm sure he can come up with some gems.
I got a couple years where it's stocked up somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, all right, we're going to close it out. We're going to close it out with our moans, groans, and complaints. And let's start off with Phil. Let's start off with you since you're our guest.
Life is lovely. I have nothing
okay, that was riveting stuff, Phil.
Life is good. I'm doing well. So I'm just rolling with the flow right now. So
gotcha.
Yes, sir. Nice. All right, Ben, we'll go with you again.
All right, folks. Again, man. Do the fucking research, please, before you start spitting out all this shit about communism and socialism, and it's a utopia, and everybody sings Kumbaya and all this other bullshit. Do the research. All right. Look at the countries that have actually had it and what happens to them and to their citizens. Okay. Big government does not work.
No.
We don't want it.
Yep. Oh,
not in my house.
I'm sorry. That's
you're good.
That was my point. I totally missed the point. I'm so glad you just said that, because Candace Owens and the other guy were talking about how Trump has rejected federal applications. He's making the government smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my point. Thanks, Ben, for bringing that back up. But
that's right. He is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely making it smaller because he's like bigger doesn't work.
Is that gonna be your final thought, or are you gonna?
No, I always give the number 800-273-8255. That's the veteran suicide awareness number. Call it, use it if you feel down, depressed. Call us, write us on Facebook, call Ben names. I don't know, whatever you got to do. Don't kill yourself. And other than that, Hunter Biden, thank you for completely fucking ruining your dad's chances of making president.
I didn't mean
Though
that one.
we didn't really need it because he's a fucking idiot. But
no.
Yeah, that's all I got, man. Repeal Section 230. Go ahead.
Right on.
All right, my final thought is going to be, if you're going to do it, wrap it up, guys.
Twice. Yeah, and put on a chastity belt.
You don't want the herp, man. No. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Wrap that rascal.
Yeah, that rascal up, baby. All right, guys, that's going to be our show. I hope you join us next time.
Oh, by the way,
sorry, we're not.
Penis reduction surgery last week went beautiful, down to 12 inches, guys.
Did you save that for me?
I did.
Use it in my hand cream.
I said send this other 1.5 feet to Ben.
From now on, every time I'm going to close it out, I'm just going to mute everybody.
I'm sorry. That's it. That's all I got.
Hey, all right, we're out. We're 10-7.
Love you, America.
Muy bueno.
Muy bueno.